first question says, find the minimum point of the graph. So we have a quadratic graph. The equation is y equals to x squared minus 6x plus 7. So the easy way to find the minimum point or the maximum point is using the line of symmetry. Line of symmetry, which is going to be your x value, has the formula of x equals to negative b over 2a. If you're someone who doesn't know what b and a values are, that's quite easy, no need to worry about it. Your quadratic equation comes in the format of ax squared plus bx plus c equals to 0. So a is your coefficient of x squared, b is your coefficient of x, and c is the constant. As you can see, a over here is 1, b is negative 6, always write the sign with a number, and c is positive 7. So we substitute the values, minus times negative 6 over 2 times 1, positive 6 over 2, and that is 3. So the x coordinate of minimum point is x equals to 3. Now to find the y value, we will put x equals to 3 in the equation because we want the corresponding y value. So y equals to 3 squared minus 6 times 3 plus 7. That's 9 minus 18 plus 7, and that is negative 2. So our coordinate for the minimum point is 3 and negative 2. Simple and quick solution. Next question says the set of values for x that satisfies a quadratic inequality is x is less than negative 0.5 or x is greater than 1.5. Write down a possible quadratic inequality. Let's draw a quick graph for this. So we know that negative 0.5 is going to be on this side and 1.5 is going to be over here. So at negative 0.5, x values are decreasing, which is basically going towards this side. And at 1.5, x values are increasing, which is on this side, which means if we draw a curve over here, on this side, when you look at your values above the x-axis, at 0.5, at negative 0.5, the values are decreasing. And if you look at the values of x at 1.5, above the x-axis, values of x are increasing, which means to write the equation firstly, what we do is we multiply x plus 0.5 with x minus 1.5, and there will be an inequality of greater than 0. Why is it greater than 0? Because we're looking at the values above the x-axis. So over here, since the values of x at negative 0.5 are decreasing and at 1.5 they're increasing, which means we're observing the values above the x-axis. And above the x-axis, your values of y are increasing, not decreasing. Hence, it's going to be greater than 0. And the reason why it's greater than 0, it's because these are the x-intercepts. So x-intercepts have a y value of 0. So basically, this is your y. And y is 0 because negative 0.5 and 1.5 are the x-intercepts. I hope that makes sense. So once we've figured out what this is, now we're going to expand the brackets. So it's going to be x squared minus 1.5x plus 0.5x minus 0.75 greater than 0. Further solve it. I'm going to write it over here. So that's x squared minus x minus 0.75 greater than 0. Let's multiply the entire thing by 4 over 3 to get rid of the decimal. And we're going to have 4x squared minus 4x minus 3 greater than 0. This is your quadratic inequality in whole number form. The previous one was in decimal form, but if there's no restriction, you can leave it as it is. If you want to convert it into whole numbers, just multiply it by 4 over 3 and you have your answer. Next question says BCDE is a square, DFE and ABE are equilateral triangles. So A, B, E are equilateral triangles. E, F, D are also equilateral triangles, which means these are all 60. And this is also 60. And since this is a square and a square has all right angle triangles, so this is 30, which means this is a 90-degree angle, and that's a right angle triangle over here. If we highlight this, this is a right angle triangle. So now going back to the question, it's saying find the length of AF. So if ABE and DFE are equilaterals and BCD is a square, and the square has a length of 6, so that means this is also 6 and this is also 6. Because equilateral triangles. And if this is 6, this is also 6 and this is also 6. So these two, if I draw the triangles separately, the right angle triangle over here, which is E, A, and F. These two are 6. This is a 90. So now we need to find the length of AF. So since these two lengths are same, and this is 90, so automatically this is going to be 45, and this is going to be 45. So if you remember the special triangles rule, if it's a 45 is to 45 is to 90 triangle, the lengths are going to be 1 is to 1 is to root 2. Hence, the length of AF is going to be 6 root 2 centimeters. Why 6 root 2? Because this is 6, AE is 6, and EF is 6. So that means AF would be 6 times root 2, and that's 6 root 2. Next question says, below is a regular hexagon with an area of 100 centimeters square. Find the value of x. It's a regular hexagon, so if we divide this shape into 6 triangles, all these triangles are equal in length. This is x, these are all x. So if we divide the shape into all equal 6 triangles, in the middle, the total angle is 360. So 360 divided by 6 is 60, which means 60, 60, 60, and 60, and so on. If you notice, if this is 60, all of these triangles are also equal. So these angles are also going to be 60. So the interior angle is also going to be 60 plus 60, which is 120. So now that we have that sorted out, I'm going to make one separate triangle over here. We have this angle, which is 60. And since it's an equilateral triangle, so this is x, this is also x, and this is also x. It's a non-right angle triangle. We have two lengths in the angle between it. We have the area. So area of one triangle is going to be 100 divided by 6. And that area is going to equal to 1 over 2 times x squared times sine of 60. So now if we solve this, that's going to be 100 times 2 over 6 times sine of 60 equals to x squared, which is basically going to give us 38.49. And now we're going to square root that to find the value of x. And that's equal to 6.2 centimeters. That is the value of x and your answer.